Welcome to the Goods from the Woods. My name is Rivers Langley.
I'm Sam Harder.
And I'm Carter Glass.
What you laughing at?
Yeah, what the fuck's funny, dude?
That what really popped in my ears, and I think I peed a little when you did that. That was really scared me. I should be waiting for it because you really like wind up for it. But I was like, oh, I bet.
I mean, I cleared my throat and everything.
You did. I mean,
I announced my welcome.
It was like you heard the.
I like to chew on the welcome. Wow.
Yeah, you put an H in that welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome.
You got to. People got to know. I mean, yeah.
Hell yeah, they do.
Hell yeah. Well, today we are joined by one of my favorite comedians and a person that is on the road so much. The first time we met was in Memphis, and the second time we met was in Atlanta. So she's all over the damn place. It's our friend
Stef Bright.
Welcome to the show, Steph. Thank you for being here. Is this the first time you've been to the West Coast? Have you been out here before?
No, this is second time.
Oh, okay, right on.
Second big month-long trip, though. Yeah, I
Okay.
do it up big each time, I guess.
Yeah, I just saw you did your first shows in Arizona, so I was wondering if that was the...
Yeah, made it out alive is what the host at the show last night was saying. Yeah, survived Arizona.
Yeah, and you were in Tucson, right?
I was at the historic Laughs Comedy Cafe.
Oh,
very big on the historic part.
Whoa.
Is that just because another comedy club opened up and they're like, we're older, we're better?
It's like
They've been there for a long time.
Yeah.
the historic comedy cafe that's been there since 2013.
Yeah.
There used to be a chain called the Laugh Stop,
Uh-huh.
and I think they're one of the last remaining of those that's still open.
They said it's the
Somehow.
oldest in Arizona and the only one in Tucson is what, according to the website.
Okay.
Now.
The
How
only real
accurate.
comedy club.
Yeah.
There's a lot of DIY venues. They're not a lot, but a handful.
There's some headshots of like Louis Anderson on the walls and stuff like that.
Well, no, that's literally what the website is like. I mean, but no, I sincerely thought it was cool.
For sure.
That like Mitch Hedberg and Phyllis Diller and all those old, all those hot up and comers. Playing at the last comedy. No, but it was actually, I have to say, one of the best club weekends I've had. Like it was 4 shows and every single one was really good, and that almost never happens. So
right on.
Nice.
Arizona was actually very good to me, and the Phoenix show was at a what somebody was referring to as a swingers motel, which it did have that vibe. It was like
people walking around in bathrobes and stuff.
I mean, kinda, yeah. Like couples as they walked by, because I mean, it was like
You're funny.
2-story.
You're really funny.
That was literally, yes. I think that happened.
You should be my husband.
Only place you can smoke indoors in town. You know that?
Which, speaking of, I felt like I was back in Amsterdam or something. Like I'm all about the weed. I'm a big heavy smoker, and yet like there was so much smoking at this outdoor show in Phoenix. I was just
sure.
like, damn, y'all.
Weed or
Yeah.
okay.
They're out there smoking
Flower
that
as the
bullshit.
flower as the children say now.
That Arizona boof we call it in California.
Sam takes great personal pride in the weed products that come from California.
Well, there used to be this place that I bought weed from, and their shittiest weed was called Arizona.
Wow.
Wow.
Damn, I'm just smoking
Well, I
dryer.
hear Arizona's really fun.
Just smoking dryer lint out there in
Yeah, I don't
Arizona.
think I don't know if they were going for quality, but they were certainly going for quantity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, it was an outdoor show though. But anyway,
Yeah.
It just stayed in that dry heat. You know what I mean? Cooks that mid.
Desert weed, nice and
Mid-smoke.
brown by the time it comes off the plant.
Yeah. Look,
Already cured.
I was raised on Alabama butt hash, so I don't know what they're fucking. It'd probably make me trip smoking the shit in Arizona.
Probably.
Yeah. I don't know how much I can talk about this, but I think I could certainly tell this part of the story. I was on Let's Make a Deal last week.
Oh shit! Really?
Wow, nice.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah. Can't discuss the, what actually happened because, Wayne Brady will personally come here and kick my ass if I do. But
So you like went up and like you weren't just in the crowd.
No,
Yeah.
he was just in the crowd. He can't say anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, I'll say this. Episode, what is it? Season 15, 108, and 115, I think, are the ones that we filmed. And I'm literally sitting behind the contestant the whole time. So, I can't really say whether or not I got on the show, but I will be visible in those episodes. And
I read you.
the instructions that they gave me were like, basically you have to be enthusiastic the entire time, and the process is about 7 hours long.
Shit, yeah, I bet.
And literally the next day I woke up and my arms hurt because I was clapping so much. And so I was just trying to make, pulling the most insane faces ever. So somebody would get a question right, and I would really consider what they were like, because I knew the camera's right on me. So if I look insane, then mission accomplished if anybody tunes into those episodes. But one, I have to say, a whole new level of respect for Wayne Brady. I've always been a big Wayne Brady guy. But watching that man do that show, you're like, he seems
like a hardworking man, legit.
Not even just that.
Consummate professional.
Showbiz machine.
Yeah.
Where
you can tell from Whose Line, it's like he is up there sweating.
Yeah.
Ryan Stiles and Kyler Mockery are fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
He's jumping all over the place and shit and doing the voices and singing.
Whose Line.
Oh my God.
No second takes. He didn't do a single second take. He nailed it every single fucking time. And I'm just like, you'll see somebody, doing something in the same realm of what you're attempting as far as comedy goes, and you're just like, oh, this is a level that is he's an elevated master at this. But so that was one part that was interesting. Also,
but a huge asshole though, right?
No, he seemed really cool. He was
cool.
very chill.
I think that is the new rumor, is that he's an undercover asshole.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You know what? That's fine. If someone's an undercover asshole, it's they're allowed. They're
if they hide it well.
Yeah.
I mean,
the staff is cowering like a hit dog. But
I heard him yell "damn it" in his car when he was away from everybody. That's fine.
I mean, I was just
trying to shake the image that Chappelle's show got him.
That was a whole play on his image. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he got furious because there's the Paul Mooney bit.
Yeah.
Where he said that Wayne Brady makes
Brian Gumble look like Malcolm X.
Yeah. Even though Brian Gumble makes Wayne Brady. I don't know. One of those things. Wayne Brady's just a white guy.
But then he came on the show after that
to try to make fun of it.
As a response to that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's if nothing else, the Chappelle thing.
That didn't make it better.
It did for me.
I don't know. Does Wayne Brady have to slap a bitch? It was burned into my brain.
I was in 10th grade when that happened. I was like, this is literally the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know, some violence.
Yeah. Is Wayne Brady going to have to choke a bitch is what he says.
Yeah, that's what he does. And then he's eat your damn sandwich is the other thing he says that really sticks.
I was in 10th grade, and my opinion of Wayne Brady before that was the corny guy from Whose Line Is It Anyway? Mm-hmm. And then that sketch aired, and I was like, he's the man.
Then he went to exactly the same way he was before.
Not in my eyes. I'm just like, this guy's hilarious.
So he wasn't doing the exact same thing after that?
Yeah, he was. Who cares? But you get that other
before that it sucked. That same thing sucked.
Well, no, but I mean the point is that he laid bare the self-awareness that he possesses of his image.
That he might be perceived as corny.
Right, yeah, exactly. That's the whole point of the sketch, is he's like, oh yeah, this is my image, is I'm kind of corny, and then I murder a cop. I'm like, yeah.
Well, he becomes Denzel from Training Day, which is
that's great. So yeah, my opinion of Wayne Brady has not changed since that sketch, because now you see him on TV doing his thing, and you're like, yeah, but he's got that dog in him. If he wants to, he can go there.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's the one thing. But the thing I wanted to say is they filmed 2 episodes. There's a 15-minute interval between the 2 episodes, and we go outside to use the bathroom, and the bathrooms in the studio are these kind of high-tech porta potties, the demountables with the air conditioning units in them and stuff, because they're in a hot parking lot in the valley, so it makes sense. But the way to flush the toilet is there's a pedal on the floor that you hit, and then it kind of trapdoor drops out. It's kind of like the ones they have at the wine bar. I think
that's exactly what I was about to say. Yeah.
Right.
We have a similar situation.
So they have a bathroom attendant there, and it's this older lady, and I think the reason she's there is because the flusher is sort of obscured. So if somebody doesn't, flush, she can do that, I guess, before the next person comes in, and it's an entire studio audience waiting to use it. So it's my turn, and I walk up, and I'm next in line, and a guy wearing a gigantic bottle of ranch dressing as a costume with the top of it a full 2 feet above his head ducks out and comes out of the bathroom and walks past me.
I gotta take a shit.
Well, so I immediately was like, well, that's funny. And then I get close, and the bathroom attendant lady, she pokes her head in, and I was pointed oh, I'm next. And she looks in, and she goes, oh, ay. And It's the first earnest I've gotten in a long time. And so I took a step back, and right then another person came out, so I just used that bathroom. I didn't have to go into the I room. But anyway. So.
I wonder if, like, it would have been better if his suit didn't fit into, like, the little thing. So he had to, like, take it off and get completely naked to go into the bathroom.
And he's just
it's all worth it. Holly weird, huh?
Well, speaking of costumes, so I had my first LA show of this trip last night, and it was really fun at Hamburger Mary's.
Yeah, but, I live right by there. I'll show you. Yeah,
nice. So we had a group chat for the show, for exchanging info and everything, and I had not checked it in just like the few hours right before the show because I didn't have any issue getting there or whatever. No reason for me to check it. It was only after the show that I saw the group chat messages about that were very last minute, like, "Hey, are we doing costumes tonight? Let's do costumes." Yeah, I'm in. Well, you don't have to, but whoever wants to, do a costume. I had no knowledge of that, and so I just show up, and the show starts, and the first comic up is this woman in a Loki costume, from Marvel.
Yeah.
And the extreme Loki weird makeup.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh, LA.
With like the headpiece and everything.
This is just Los Angeles, I guess. Like,
I would be, it's like, should we do costumes or not? It's like, that's even on the table. Like, it's someone who spent like hundreds of dollars on their costumes. Like, let's do costumes. It's like, I think you want to do costumes.
It's at a drag show place. I kind of see it, but I would never do it.
Would you assume that, like, oh, maybe I should have a costume just in case?
Halloween's coming up.
I don't know.
I feel like it's an imposition. I feel it's like, was I supposed to get a costume? I'm sorry if I didn't get a costume.
Yeah. But I mean, so it all made much more sense after the show. But yeah, it was just, I just assumed that, like, oh, it's just some random LA weirdness lady in a Loki costume doing her set.
Sure. She probably stole it from the Disney lot or whatever.
Was she the only one dressed up?
There was another lady who had like a baby shark hat of some kind or something, and I also just chalked that up to like, Los Angeles, all right.
Just went to the party city next
I was gonna
door.
say that's a 20 minutes before the Halloween party costume. It's like, I'm shark head person. Anyways, where's the free drink?
That is almost like a LA thing where they're like, I'm the shark head brand. That's how people remember me. I'm the comic with the shark head.
That's like an anywhere thing. It's like you go to like the why is it escaping me right now?
New Mexico, Arizona.
You go to New Mexico. No, you go to like a used clothes. You go to my mom's house and you take one of her bras and you put it on your head. No, you go to like a used clothes store and you like immediately pick out like an XXL t-shirt or something. You're like, all right, this is good enough for a costume, I guess. We're supposed to have a costume, right?
Yeah.
I just hate the imposition of wearing a costume. I'm not a big Halloween person.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah. For Let's Make a Deal, you actually have to have a meeting about your costume over Zoom.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, what happened here?
They were like, you cannot wear this MAGA hat. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They're like, please take this off.
Yeah. No, I was, got on the show because of my boss at the tour company. I guess they sent out like a thing to all these tour guides, and one of the people on the show was also a tour guide. They would not let me say that I was a comedian, and I ended up chatting with another guy who was on the show who was dressed up as like a Secret Service agent, but he was like worked in security. So I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. Everybody's kind of doing a riff on their job or something about their personality. And then I started talking to him. I was like, oh yeah, how long you work security? He's like, I haven't worked security in years. I'm an actor. And then I slowly realized I'm like, every person in this crowd is an actor, and they just won't let you say.
They won't even let you say you're a comedian.
No. Yeah, because they want you to think that these are like normal folk from the Midwest, and you're like, nah, man, these are literally all actors.
Because any normal person's not gonna be like 7 hours. Fuck this,
right?
You know what I mean? Like
100%. Yeah.
But someone's like, screen time. I get screen time.
Hey,
sure.
Oh, you can see me in my. I was dressed as a tourist.
I'm right there with you, buddy. I totally get it.
I bought a $3 flower lei to wear, and was wearing a camera around my neck.
My one and only experience being an extra or any kind of acting like that. They shot season 3 of True Detective in around Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Yeah.
And my best friend actually worked for the casting agency that did all the locals and like the little local extras casting. And so she hooked me up with. I was like, I had another job at the time. I was like, I just want to experience it. And so she hooked me up with just a 1-day gig, and it was really great to experience, but like, probably never again, just because like it was well, I think it all depends on the it's all different, of course, but my scene had like I think over 100 extras, and it just like everything takes 10 times as long coordinating that many people. And like what was it? It was the scene where they like the press conference where the police talk about the missing children who are probably dead and or raped or whatever.
I remember that scene.
And so I actually got my face is on HBO for a good 2 seconds or whatever.
Oh shit!
But in
TV
my
credit,
my best
IMDb. Here we come.
I have debated so much whether to put as seen on HBO in my, but I never have. It feels cheesy. But
sure.
So I had to look concerned for 8-10 hours, whatever it was that day in my best 80s Loretta Lynn looking outfit. But
oh hell yeah!
So anyway,
everybody
bragged about but the Kraft's food and all they'll cater they'll feed you really well, and it was just the blandest worst food ever.
It's
the longest day. Yeah,
straight out the Ralphs.
We got Subway. No big deal.
Okay.
Hey.
I was on a
spicy Italian baby. Hollywood.
Hey, okay.
With a cookie and sun chips.
Not the bread. Was it moist?
That yoga mat bread?
Yeah, yoga mat bread. No,
was it kept?
It was kept, and also they had the mustard, the mayo, and
on the side.
On the oil and vinegar was on the side.
Not to
ruin
the integrity of the Subway sandwich.
But my fat ass inhaled the sandwich so quickly, I only discovered that those things were on the side after I ate.
A little post squirt.
I thought about it.
A little something when you're sitting there and you can't move, and you're like. So I was on an extra in the background of a local lawyer commercial recently.
Oh shit! Was it Big Al? Was it Sweet James?
It was. They were brothers. I think they were literally called the Law Brothers.
The Law Brother was it? What is it? The Luchadors of Law or whatever?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm even supposed to. I think it's out now. Whatever.
Yeah,
but
you sign an NDA.
But maybe who knows? They could sue me, I guess.
There's a buzz ad that says the Luchadors of Law, and they have
it's definitely not that.
And they have a
I would remember that.
And they have a luchador mask, and I would fully hire them just because they have wrestling stuff. I'm like,
man.
They're my guys.
This was the scene was like a wedding in Malibu, so it was close. So I had to wear the same suit I wear to every wedding.
Yeah,
which is starting to not fit me so well.
The suit
to end all suits. Hey. One suit to rule them all. Hey. And I fucking brought, and I did that same thing where I was like, they had just open snacks. They had a meal.
Yeah.
And I did that embarrassing thing where I came up and checked on when they're going to start serving the food. There's one person getting it all ready, and I'm like, oh, it's not ready yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, be back in
I probably
10 minutes.
I got time for a Nutrigrain.
Should I wait here, or should I'll just come back in 10 minutes? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll just wait and come back. And just feeling so fat in an ill-fitting suit, and just and then having to get right before they get us all sit down and having to go to the bathroom immediately right as they're okay, no one move now. But you can see me, and there's the sun shining right in my face, and I'm squinting really hard.
Why was it a wedding scene for a lawyer commercial? Is it
I don't. I'm wondering if I did sign. No, it wasn't even that. It was I'm wondering if I did sign an NDA. I don't know.
No one listens to this podcast.
Okay, cool. That's right. Good point. The thing was, it was one of the brothers.
We should definitely talk shit about a law firm.
Yeah, well,
No.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they definitely won't know to sue us. Anyways, on Sunday, it's one of them was getting married, and the other one's he's hey, I'm here to take your business or whatever. He answers his phone during the wedding, and everyone's like, what are you doing? It's we take phone calls, day and night or whatever.
Okay.
That's the idea.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And
divorce your wife.
The lawyers wrote the commercial themselves.
I was gonna say
they seemed like they had a lot of creative pride in it.
Yeah,
that was really good. After every take.
It's funny. That's the least dark option for a lawyer commercial with a wedding in it. Actually,
yeah, no divorce, nothing. It was just can you stop working for a second? It was that. That was the theme of it.
Yeah, it's just the bride's family just being yeah, once we fucking kill him, we'll get all the money.
Well, Carly was on it with me too. Then fucking we thought we were being really slick because we're not waiting on the valet to go get our cars. We're gonna go walk there. Okay, it's right around the corner, and we walked for 30 minutes up a hill in a really hot day.
Oh hell yeah!
And I couldn't get my car unlocked at first. It was a shit show, but it was fun.
Fuck yeah!
You ever been an extra before, Sam?
Only featured.
Only featured roles? Damn it!
No, I've always.
Only
This is what you get when you get a headliner on the show. You know what I mean?
True.
The headliner to end all headliners.
I've always wanted to go to the whatever extra line.
Casting, Central Casting.
Central Casting, but it's like really far away from here.
Oh, yeah.
In Burbank?
Is it just like a big arena or something every day?
Kinda.
Yeah. Like a line.
You want to be on a movie today?
So,
kind of, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so there's an office in kind of an industrial part of Burbank, right near the 5 freeway, where every day at 6 o'clock, and then as the first session, you have to get in line at 6 to make the 8 o'clock, and then I think the other one you have to get in line at noon to make the 2 o'clock, and so you literally are just like sitting outside lined up. It's a fucking nightmare. And this, granted, what I'm saying, this was like 2014 when I did it. So I think hopefully they've maybe modernized their system of appointment a little bit. But yeah, you sit out there for 2 hours, you get in, and then the first thing they tell you is they're like, welcome to Central Casting. Did you know John Wayne and Brad Pitt both started off at Central Casting? And you're like, oh, all right, yes, I'm sure with that I was sitting in a line with 200 other people. That is definitely in the cards for me.
Right.
Yeah.
So they do everything they can to kind of like massage you into thinking this isn't a minimum wage job that sucks just as bad as pretty much any other minimum wage job. Yeah. But no, the thing I got on when I first moved here, it was a pilot that never wins. I've probably told this on the show, but it was featuring a woman whose name I don't remember, but she was a comedian from Canada. But the show was supposed to be set in St. Louis, and it was, in hindsight, you're like, this would have been such a fucking awful, offensive premise for a show if this had actually gone. The show was called Ellen More or Less.
Okay.
And it was told across 2 timelines. One was from a few years ago, and then one is present day. And in the present day, it's like this good looking.
Is it a Shallow House scenario?
Yeah. And she's real cute. And then she's like real cute. And then they cut back to a few years ago and they put this poor woman in a giant fat suit. And so.
I'm taking it wasn't very sensitive about like body issues and stuff either.
So the scene I remember, it was like in an office and they shot it. It was funny because they shot it at the LA Times building, but after the LA Times had vacated. So it's just this giant empty newsroom. And you're just like, so you walk in, it's 8 a.m. You haven't had your coffee and you're like, Jesus, American journalism is fucked. There's no one in this building. And now we're filming the dumbest show ever.
Do you think instead of the fat suit, they called it the more suit?
Yeah. Okay. 8 o'clock, you're going to be less. And then
where's that PA? We got to clean out the more suit.
After lunch, Ellen, you're going to be more. But the scene I remember was we were in a fake elevator, and all that has to happen is this woman in this huge fat suit gets in the elevator, and her only line, we're all just supposed to like jump back at her fatness, like, oh no, she's coming in the elevator, and everybody has to get up against the wall, and her only line is, oh, I'm sorry. But she's from Canada, and this is supposed to be taking place in Missouri. And so every time that we did 10 takes, and every single time she goes, oh, I'm sorry. And no one
sorry.
No one called it at any point. And I was just like, and I'm a fucking extra. What am I supposed to say? But I'm just like, the show ain't gonna go. No one will ever see.
The show needs a dramaturgist.
Yeah. No one will ever see this. But yeah.
So to finish my story.
Oh, sorry.
Rivers just interrupted with that really riveting tale.
You are pissed today.
Every detail.
I was gonna say. I need to get Sam his caffeine.
No, I don't know. I fucking wouldn't be a good extra.
No,
that wasn't the beginning. That wasn't the finishing a story.
This is why.
That was a continued thought.
This is why I have never been to Central Casting. Also, let me know. Let me start over from the beginning.
I was
so interrupted.
Sorry.
I don't know. I just don't think I don't think I would be picked.
No,
I have a distracting look.
That's a look is what you want.
I was gonna say, dude, you got neck tattoos, baby. You would fit in a lot of shit.
Oh, I would hate that. Part of me would hate that so much.
So you get that sweet money.
That sweet $300.
Hey, man.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
$300 for standing around most of the day and eating burritos.
That one comic, I think her name's Kristen Lundberg or something. She did an Amazon commercial that paid like $2,000, $3,000, and they were showing it during the Super Bowl. It was over and over and over again. She was on TV so much it got paid jack shit.
Jesus.
I mean, fucking, there's a guy I know who was like a singer at the wine bar, like a fucking like doing like fucking covering Black Hole Sun and shit, and was in a Geico commercial. that played during the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And like fucking made bank.
I was going to say, I have a friend who was in a McDonald's commercial that aired during the Super Bowl and didn't have to pay rent for a year.
If you get in a commercial that's made for the Super Bowl, you'll get paid a lot of money. But she was just in a commercial.
It was about the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well, this one was just her. Then they showed it during sports all the time.
Okay.
And it was
just her moving a box or something.
It was another classic wedding commercial.
Oh,
and I think she's about to walk down the aisle and then get some notification from Amazon about some shit.
Why is this the thing in all the commercials?
It's a family oriented, heartfelt moment. You're like, oh my God, it's a wedding. I need to pay attention for the next 30 seconds.
Okay. Oh, Lord. Well, speaking of paying attention, let's get into our ungodly concoction today. This one I found at the vitamin shop, as well as pretty much all of them that we've had the past few weeks. This one is in, first of all, a classic 12-ounce style can.
Sketchy.
Yeah, it almost is a little sketchy that it's not a tall can.
You come to expect the gargantuan,
or at least a slim one.
Yeah, something. But this one is called
Bum. Bum energy.
Is that an abbreviation?
Energy.
Or something?
The energy till you can run screaming out into the street.
By the Four Loco company.
Yeah.
It's not nice of me to say.
It's the energy drink made by Thunderbird.
Ooh, cherry frost.
Bum energy.
Bum energy. So
that's not even like a word that like denotes being energetic.
Yeah.
It's the most thing he's like, you're energetically borrowing something, or
so this is from the website.
Okay, is there a single positive connotation for bum?
For bum? Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, it's named for a bodybuilder.
Well, the English term for ass.
Yeah.
Right, that's what, but I mean, you don't want to drink it, do you?
Yeah, you don't want to. It's a bum drink. I don't believe I like to drink anyone's bum.
Bit of bum.
My bum.
A bit of bum.
Yeah.
A bit of bum.
My bum is on the frost. My bum is on the frost.
That's right.
Cherry frost.
If you're Tom Green, you could make this energy drink a success.
Actually, man, Tom Green could make a killing if he had bum energy. Get out of here. Come on.
No, he was tired of selling out.
Yeah.
He moved to Canada and he plays acoustic guitar on TikTok Live.
Oh, hell yeah.
Next to his horses.
Nice.
And people come in and they say, Daddy, would you like some sausages? Every time I check in, somebody's saying that. You can't escape that.
But yeah, this is named for the co-founder, who is a Canadian bodybuilder named Chris Bumstead, but his nickname is C-Bum.
Okay.
I'm like, why wouldn't you just go
Here's
bum?
the thing. My name's Carter Glasscock, okay? You don't. I'm not trying to make up like a cock drink. You know what I mean? I accept the shame of that being in my name. You're not like, I'm going to own it, baby. I'm like, I'm not going to change my name, but...
You don't choose the worst part of your name,
No.
right? Like,
you brush over
Carter
it.
or Glass. You don't go with...
Yeah, I'm just like, my name's Carter. And then people don't need to know my last name unless they really know me.
But yeah, he's won Mr. Olympia 4 years in a row.
Oh.
C-Bum has. But I went to the...
So this is going to make us swole?
Yeah, I think so. But it's only got 112 milligrams of caffeine in there, so it's kind of weak.
There's some crazy shit in it, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, Cognizant, yeah. So it's going to make our brains sweat, guys.
And then that's a registered trademark of the Kawa Haldo Bio Company.
Yeah.
That sounds very legit.
I believe
Cognizant sounds scary.
Sounds very, absolutely.
I just had a Red Bull a minute ago. That's not like a Ghostbusters switching or crossing streams kind of thing. Like,
I don't know. About to feel crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be 3 ounces for each of us because this is only a 12-ounce can.
I'm totally kidding. Yeah.
It's going to taste bad. I'm already predicting it.
Yeah.
It has natural
bum
caffeine.
energy?
It has natural caffeine. None of those are ever tasty.
Yeah, it's weird because
it's also cherry frost.
Yeah.
Not just like frost.
Yeah, menthol.
It might have a menthol taste. Yeah, it's going to taste like Dr. Bronner's soap.
Yeah.
Menthol bum drink.
Yeah. The website has some crazy verbiage. This says feeling lazy but ambitious.
Yeah, actually, yes.
I was like, a robot wrote that. Like, what are you talking about?
Lazy but ambitious.
I was like,
staring at a lava lamp all day, thinking about how you're going to write a rock opera.
I was like, I think they're just describing attention deficit hyperactive disorder, right? Mm-hmm. But it says, don't be a bum and grab a can or two. And then you scroll down a little bit, and then in all caps, like a fucking manifesto written on a bathroom wall. It says, "Don't be a bum. Wake up early and chase greatness. But don't be caught complaining. Dream so big it scares you."
Whoa. Oh, yeah.
And then it says, "Expect less."
I'm going to take a rocket to Mars?
Yes.
This is like the posts of every CrossFit guy merged together.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
C-Bum wrote this personally. I guarantee you. Mainly because there's no apostrophes and there's no, it's all caps. So, but yeah, it says, "Dream so big it scares you. Expect less and hope more. You'll be happier. Take risks. You don't have the answers. Go find them." And then
my expectations for myself are pretty low.
Well, you haven't had bum
I
yet.
do imagine them to be more. So I think I'm here on his level.
I mean, look, C-Bum's going to help you out
Well,
with this shitty drink.
then again, all caps. The next thing it says, "Love your mom. She didn't raise no bitch."
What if she did, though?
Yeah,
What if she did?
It says,
Mama raised a little bitch. Okay.
This is on
That's
the
like
website.
the one line that's going to get pulled out of this podcast.
Not only is
used by AI on me.
Not only is that on the website, it's on the can.
Is the whole thing I just said on the can?
I think so.
That Mama raised a little bitch, drink
The
bum.
bitch has an apostrophe instead of an I.
Yeah.
Oh, that whole manifesto's on there?
So it could say batch.
Yeah. It could be a batch.
Raise no batch.
Yeah.
Who knows what it says?
And then, and then the last line, "You have one life. Set the damn standard." Man, that wasn't even that satisfying and open. Jesus.
It had a nice frost that came off the top.
Yeah.
The listeners can't see it, but it it was like a champagne thing a little bit.
I also like that on the website it says that Bum Energy has only 2 ingredients, caffeine and cognizant. I'm like, I think there's water and shit in there too. What are
Where
you
did the
talking
cherry
about?
or the frost
I know.
come from?
I know.
When you snapped the tab, it sounded like you were like opening like a
tea
or something.
That's not that. It's only
not carbonated.
It's carbonated.
It's in an aluminum can, but it's not carbonated.
Yeah, it's carbonated just enough
It smells like fucking shit. Holy fuck.
You can smell it from there?
Yeah, I can smell it. It smells bad.
I mean, it just kind of, you know what
Scared of it.
it smells like when you were a kid and they made you put the tray in your mouth at the dentist.
Oh, no.
And then you had to hold it over the sink for 3 minutes for the fluoride.
It does. Wow, it really does.
It smells exactly like cherry fluoride.
Like fucking
Salud.
plastic.
Cheers, everybody, to Strovia. Yeah, here we go.
Fuck.
To your health. To your health there.
Oh, shit, I kind of like it. Uh-oh. It smells not great. I kind of like it.
It also tastes like something they'd give you at the dentist.
It really does.
When do I get to fucking spit this out?
Absolutely. This tastes like the
Yeah.
shit, like the gritty shit that they drill onto your teeth.
Rivers just
When you
chugged
get
it
it
like
clean.
a nasty bitch.
I like it. Yeah.
His mom raised a
think-
nasty bitch.
Yeah.
River, what? You chugged it too?
I did.
You're a maniac.
It's not bad.
I'm just sipping on it like a fine whiskey.
I kind of
No,
I'm trying to do
aged
the same.
in bourbon, aged in oak barrels.
Yeah, I kind of don't hate it. I really don't. I would buy
It's
that
fine.
again. I would absolutely buy that again.
It has a hardcore weird bite.
Yeah.
In
thought it
the
was
front,
kinda-
and it's mostly in the front when it goes away.
I was gonna say it has
Yeah.
it has a bite, but it has a bite that would be killed by having a glass full of ice. I think.
To me, it really just tastes like a fucking like sparkling water, but with like the flavor of what they clean your teeth with at the dentist.
The only thing is the limited amount of caffeine in here would deter me from buying it again. If it had 200 mgs, then absolutely.
How much did it cost?
I don't remember. I got it. This was the haul. I'm getting down to the bottom, but I bought so many energy drinks. They gave me a reusable bag at the vitamin
You
shop.
should have kept the
You gotta
receipt.
calm down, bro.
I want to see how much did you spend?
You need to see a cardiologist.
Yeah.
We're worried about your heart.
I think
Like,
it
how
was.
many of these a week do you drink, bro?
Yeah, I think I was probably about like $50 or so. But I mean, it was a full fucking bag. So
How many guys do you think look like Rivers and go in there and buy a bunch
So
of energy
many.
drinks? Yeah, it's
Really?
a fuckload. Yeah,
Yeah.
because they sell them cheaper there.
Well, they sell them cheaper there, and they have a wider variety.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, no, like I said, the limited it's because it's just basically 1 cup of coffee in this. So the limited amount of caffeine is the thing that would dissuade me from buying this again. Because the whole point is to fucking get crazy, man.
I was gonna say for something that's like it's gonna scare you how ambitious it is. Like,
Yeah.
it's pretty mild.
Yeah.
Now that
Yeah.
I've been sitting in here a minute, it leaves a shitty aftertaste in your mouth.
Yeah.
It absolutely does.
That shitty aftertaste is deflated dreams.
Yeah, well, Sam, the dynamic duo of caffeine and cognizin works wonders on your mind. And also, the CEO, who's the partner of the bodybuilder guy, his name is Dominic Iocovone. He got $600,000 stolen from his crypto wallet a year ago because he fell for a scam where some people called him and it was supposed to be from Apple. And he even says in the article, he's like, yeah, I ignored it at first because I figured it was a scam, but I finally answered it and I gave them the password to my iCloud and they stole $600,000 worth of NFTs, which this is again like a year and a half ago. So in the long run,
better than money.
Probably would have lost all of its value anyway, but
I hope they sold that immediately.
Yeah, they better have. Yeah,
hold on to it though. No, I say hold on to it.
Yeah, it's gonna bounce back. At this point it has to.
I'm spending all my money on NFTs right now.
The article says they swiped all of his NFTs from the popular Mutant Ape Yachting Club collection and the Gutter Cat collection, and they also stole $93,000 in ape coin cryptocurrency.
Look, it's like it used to be cool to be like an art collector.
Yeah, I know, right? So yeah, that was, I was trying to find dirt on these guys. I was like, well, at least one of them got a bunch of shit stolen from him. But other than that, just seems like
it's just called bum, and that's
just the big meathead who, shout out to C Bum, man.
Does he have a bunch of followers on social media?
Yeah, I think so. Well, he won Mr. Olympia 4 years in a row, okay. So yeah, he's like a big muscle man influencer. But
what an idiot!
I know.
We're all smarter and better than him.
Yeah. Well, hey, he didn't get a bunch of money stolen from his. He didn't give out his.
We don't know that yet.
Yeah, I have a Google alert set up, so we'll see what happens to C Bum.
Only 5 calories.
Yeah,
what a dream.
Love that.
Yeah, I'm giving that one 4 stars personally. I think if I had a glass of ice, especially, that would put it right over the top into 5, perhaps.
3.5 for me.
Okay,
which isn't bad.
Yeah.
I'm going 2.
You're going 2. What are we going, Steph? Out of 5?
I'll say 4.
Okay, hell yeah.
Yeah,
it's not too bad. Yeah, well, shout out to C-Bum. Mama didn't raise no bitch.
Oh, this is why he could fucking sell this shit. He has 19 million followers on fucking Instagram.
That's what I figured.
Jesus.
I mean, hey.
He can fucking make some money. Look at the Bum Energy promo pics.
Oh, wow.
It's just a woman in a bikini.
Oh, yeah. Oh, very.
On top of
dreaming
a Lamborghini.
big.
Yeah.
This is what women want. When you drink Bum Energy, you could become this woman.
Yeah, I can lay on top of a hot car in Florida. Awesome. It's also,
it's like the Hardee's of energy drink.
And in the tradition of all energy drinks, it is made very close to access to international waters in Port St. Lucie, Florida. So,
in case things
they can if things go awry, they can make a break for.
Is that a thing?
It's a thing that we found out is that a lot of energy drinks are either made near the coast or like in the mountains near Vegas. So it could either be an escape to international waters or they could go to like a mountain bunker holdup situation if things go sideways with the IRS. So allegedly,
fascinating.
Supposedly.
All right.
It's a very legitimate industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's above board.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, everything's a house of cards, right? Like,
sure.
I'm Wayne Brady, bitch!
Let's talk about van life. How's that going, Steph?
It's going very well. This is the maiden voyage. I want to call it MC Pearl because it's white and MC for micro camper, but I was vetoed on that, so I don't know what to call it. But this has been the first week 1 of going out west for a month in a micro camper van. It's been good.
How did the decision to come about to kind of get involved in doing this? Because this is a thing that was, at least in comedy, as far as I know, pioneered by our friend Dave Stone from Atlanta, Georgia, who rolled into Los Angeles living in a van.
Right. Yeah. So he's come through and done our shows in Arkansas, and my roommate and my van partner, Stetson Banks.
The Chewbacca to your Han Solo.
Exactly. Yes. That's a great reference. He's a big fan of Dave Stone's and listens to his podcast and has heard all of the tales about Dave and his van life and everything, and that helped influence how we built ours and modifications and stuff. But so it was a very rushed last minute thing. We had thought about maybe kicked around this idea here and there, but maybe 2 months before I was going to make this month-long trip out west doing shows, we were like, okay, let's do this. Let's buy a van.
Yeah.
But it took like a full another month to like actually find one, wanting to find like a used one and just the right one, obviously.
Yeah.
Low enough miles, but cheap enough and all those things. And obviously, and we live in the Ozarks, so not a ton of car dealerships or like a metro area right there. So ended up going to Kansas City to finally get one. But it was only a month that we finally got the van and decided to do the build and stripped it out. It's got a couple solar panels, a whole electrical system for power, has a fan for those hot Arizona nights and and California too. Can plug in a heating blanket at night, which is super luxe. I packed a sleeping bag, but I've never even had to bust it out. Like I wish I hadn't, and I had the extra space now. But my favorite thing, it's got a what looks like just a regular cooler or ice chest, but it's like a fridge that you plug in, and you can also turn it to freezer. It's like you can control it on your phone with an app and like tell it to make ice. And it'll make ice in 15 minutes. Yeah, it's pretty.
Damn, I want that in my regular fridge that's plugged into a house. Shit.
So this is the first time I've ever done anything like this. I mean, I've done a lot of these road trips, but always just
getting hotels and stuff.
Getting hotels, crashing with friends wherever I can. And so just discovering the whole van life culture and like where you're supposed to park, where you're,
Yeah.
Have you met some like colorful characters in this?
Yeah, I think I was telling you that there was a car broken into this morning that I just slept through.
Yeah.
Or maybe I was telling Rivers, but at the Planet Fitness on Venice. Woke up and there was a cop car and busted out window in like a Dodge Charger or something. But I don't have anything worth stealing, so hopefully.
Well, if you just like met other people who are like car camping, or like, oh, is this your first voyage? I don't know. I'm just basing this completely off the movie Nomadland. So.
Yeah.
Right. Well, again, it's only week one, so I haven't talked to a ton of people yet. But so night one was in Taos, New Mexico.
Yeah, beautiful.
It was gorgeous. Like I was searching the apps for like different places to park, and there's usually at least a handful of options.
Did you see Chad riding there? By the way,
I did. Yeah, he put the show together for me. He was the whole reason I went through. Yeah.
Okay.
He is Taos comedy.
He was Nashville comedy. Now he moved to Taos,
which it's legit. Like they don't or did not really have other comedy in Taos before he was there, and now he's got like several weekly shows and stuff. And he set one up for me. It was really nice. But anyway,
that's awesome.
Was searching the apps for places to park around Taos, and usually there's a few different options, but there was only one, and it was the Walmart parking lot there in Taos. Which not all Walmarts apparently allow parking. You have to. I thought they did, but
I thought that was kind of their whole thing. The one thing that justifies their existence.
They had issues that people were like living.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like I heard about somebody setting up like a washer and dryer on like a generator.
You know what? That's fine.
And I think like some of the more tourist areas that are more popular, they don't, because then just everybody would try to camp there versus like a real campground. But anyway, so you have to check, but a lot of them do. And the one in Taos apparently was very friendly to campers and had several camper vans. And it had this one like school bus that was parked at the back that had obviously been there for a long time. I'll try to find a photo of it if I can, but it was like Starship, Cosmic, Moonbeam, whatever.
Oh, fuck
yeah, totally.
Mental health awareness ship. And then, but it was like you go step foot on there and you're not coming back off.
You have made me aware of your mental health.
That was the thing. It's like I don't think it was solving other people's mental health issues. I think they were just announcing their own. But,
right.
If I could find a photo
the
of
awareness is been made. Yeah.
I'm singing in the Partridge Family in my mind.
I get the appeal. You go off the grid and you live in I don't know, you get to go everywhere all the time.
Yeah, no, I get it too. I mean, if I had a job where I could work from anywhere.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So that was just in the back corner of the Walmart parking lot.
Shit.
They're living good in there compared to what you see a lot of people living in.
Yeah. Text that to me and I'll put it on our Twitter if you would.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
There's a difference between people like that and you and then people who have just been forced into it by the economy in LA.
No, absolutely. And that's, I'm grateful to and realize that like I'm just getting to do this as a privileged thing and tour for a month. And there were several people at the Planet Fitness parking lot that were clearly like living out of their cars out of necessity. And I know that's a major thing around LA and everywhere now, really. But
That's why Rivers said you could park on our street, because you'll be like the fourth one.
I did see a couple other.
Yeah, there's a couple of her.
I see them everywhere now. The white, different vans. But,
well, that's just how I know it's you won't get fucked with if you park here.
But mine is like a tiny house version or like a tiny home because it's the minivan. It's not even like the full size regular van. It's a little, so it's a
little more covert.
Yeah, hopefully so far.
Yeah.
Park on some residential streets, do the stealth parking.
Right.
I would do that, but people need to see me talk about the wine.
Yeah.
They need a hands-on experience. Sometimes I'll dip my finger in there and taste it and be like, it's right. It's good for you. There you go. So I need to be on site, so I can't.
Hell yeah. Speaking of bars, got a couple more of these bartenders of Reddit.
Did you ever work at a bar or anything like that, or?
I actually, and I don't tell this often, in the depths of my rock bottom drinking problem, I bartended at a strip club for 2 months.
Oh, shit. How was that?
And it was, I stayed clothed, for the record. They were just about to start offering topless bartending right before.
Oh, okay.
All
right, guys, I'm going to go.
Out for me.
I do that at the wine bar, so it's a pretty common thing. Yeah.
Better tips that night. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so only like 2 months, and it was not great. It was pretty depressing, as you can imagine. The actually, like the main reason I quit and sort of like the final straw was the owner manager just basically would just kind of steal from me or the other bartenders.
Oh boy!
Wow, the manager of a strip club exploiting people.
A shady individual.
It was they were they're Italian family, and I don't know if they're actually connected in any way or they just like to pretend like they're living that mafia lifestyle or whatever. I mean, go fuck yourself. I don't,
Right.
But
and this was in Arkansas?
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
But
the Italian mob holds sway over Arkansas.
But they did, owned several different strip clubs and restaurants in that region. But anyway, like to carry themselves that way anyway. And it was just this douchebag Italian young scion of the Arkansas Italian mafia. Or whatever.
All right,
you do well with this one. Maybe we'll move you up to
Little Rock.
Right. Maybe in Virginia. You know what I mean? Get closer and closer to Jersey. The better you get.
Tulsa
King.
Tulsa.
Yeah, we got Stallone over there now.
But anyway, so I but he would try to be like, hey, the drawer was short $200 tonight, or it was short whatever amount, and just rip me off that amount of money.
Jesus.
Multiple, so it was not a great place to work. You could say
that just
not good for one's mental health, perhaps.
That just kind of reminded me. They brought back my favorite show of all time, Kitchen Nightmares, with Gordon Ramsay, where he goes,
"This is the worst breakfast tart I've ever had."
I don't generally watch what's the other one, Hell's Kitchen, like the competition show. I don't really care.
He has 8 million shows where he screams at people just trying to follow their dreams.
Yes, but also as a former employee of many restaurants, there is nothing more satisfying than watching Gordon Ramsay scream at an incompetent manager. It just feeds my soul, because I've worked for no shortage of guys named Rob who sucked.
Properly told.
Yeah,
you fucking told.
So they brought the show back. It's and I was watching one episode, and the chef, they're setting up at the beginning, clearly the chef is the issue, and he had his own merch. So he was wearing his chef coat, but he kind of pulled it back and he goes, "I'm known as the culinary gangster." And it was written in Godfather font. It was fucking awesome. And he was just the worst.
He's making burgers or something.
He was like, yeah, I don't see anything wrong with bringing in prepackaged nacho cheese sauce for my dippers. It's just making bullshit.
I think there needs to be a show where it's Gordon Ramsay and Guy Fieri. And it's good cop, bad cop. Where
there you go.
Guy Fieri will literally eat the most freezer burnt cheese stick, and then be like, "It's pretty good. Oh no, it's got some nice folavor to it." And then Gordon Ramsay yells at Guy Fieri until he throws up.
A couple episodes ago we found a great old Reddit post that was Bartenders of Reddit.
Okay.
And they were contributing, funny stories, nightmare stories, things like that. So wanted to share a few more of these. This one is posted by Ty Jazz. So here we go.
T-I-E?
It's like T-Y-J-A-S, Ty Jazz. So maybe
okay.
Jasmine Tyler or something.
Jasper.
Or Jasper.
Oh,
Who
okay.
knows?
Baseball player or a drag queen?
Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah. Yeah, that does. It could be either. It could be both. Who knows? St. Patrick's. This says St. Patrick's Day. So the bar was crowded. Most people are pretty lively, but one middle-aged guy sitting at the bar looks miserable. He's just staring at his beer in silence for maybe an hour, just slowly sipping. I've already been watching him because he seemed out of place, but I wasn't working that area. But at this point, he's 3/4 of the way done with his beer, and he abruptly stands up, walks to the back of the bar towards the hallway with the bathrooms and the kitchen, walks past the bathrooms and straight to the back door that's labeled emergency exit only. With zero hesitation, he pushes through the door. Luckily, it's not actually alarmed, but at this point, I follow him just to see where he was going. And as soon as he gets outside, he rips off his flannel shirt he was wearing and tosses it into the dumpster. Turning around in just his tank top, undershirt, he sees me and screams, "I was wearing too many shirts!" He then walked back inside, finished his beer just as silently, and left. This is the shit I love.
2 hours of silence and fuck that.
What's that? Is it Falling Down, that Michael Douglas
Yes.
movie?
Yeah. He had
That's his falling down moment.
Yeah.
Where he just has a full nervous breakdown in public.
Across LA, right?
Yeah.
Also the
Oh,
movie,
yeah.
So that
He gets shot dead on the Santa Monica Pier. Or
Venice Pier, but
Venice Pier,
also the when he finally gets out of his car and he calls his wife on the payphone, that is located right where this building is right now.
I almost got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I love that because that is the thing of like, to that guy, he's, it's just a small moment of his life where he ripped his shirt off. But to the guy who observed this, you will never forget I am wearing too many shirts. Like, that's the rest of your life is just, at all times, like a gerbil running a wheel in the back of your mind. I was wearing too many shirts.
Yeah.
What does that mean? What do you?
I want to know the thought process that started, because clearly he's angry about something else.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the
Clearly.
shirt that's
yeah.
the problem.
But just going from 0 to 1,000, like, too many shirts. Like, and then
throwing
it's
it in
so
the dumpster.
unsettling for everyone else around. Like, Jesus, calm down.
It's better than screaming, "My wife, my family, everyone, my bank account."
Shirts. I mean, that's probably what he was screaming, but it came out in the form of too many shirts.
Well, that was the final thing to piss him off that he could actually do something about.
Oh, yeah.
And take off this fucking shirt. I know that.
Yeah, I'm almost out of beer, but I do have too many shirts.
I got shirts in excess.
This one's posted by Board Monkey. Says, I was
Again, B-O-R-D?
yeah, like
B-O-R-E-D or-
chairman of the board, like
Like the Carrot Top movie.
yeah, chairman
Gotcha.
of the board monkey.
Good movie.
It says, I was a server at a tropical themed burger joint, so we're assuming islands, right? One night we had a couple of guys show up late and they were hammered. One guy was 50 or so and the other was maybe 65. The bartender slipped them a couple of dummy drinks, and we figured they would finish up and be on their way. But instead, one of the guys threw his glass across the bar. The manager, me, and one of the other cooks confronted them and asked them to leave. We're all in our 20s at this time, and none of us were under 200 pounds. These guys stand up, and the younger guy says, "We can take them." And then the 65-year-old immediately stumbled sideways and knocked over 2 tables and smashed his head on the floor.
Oh, God.
Sit down, old man.
They tried to rip him off, though. The dummy drinks. Come on.
I was going to say, what are they? Well, I get it, though. If someone comes in fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
what
also
you really should do is just
understand
be like, no,
Right.
turn around.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
cannot, I'm not going to serve you.
Right.
But it's hard for being like, hi, welcome to TGI Friday.
Yeah.
It's going to help you.
Yeah. So
Wait, where did he work? He
was
described the bar.
he said it was a tropical themed burger place.
Oh,
so
boy.
I'm
You got a lot of
imagining
fun
Islands.
people.
He's at an island.
islands or Margaritaville.
Yeah.
or something like that. So something along those lines. It says our host called the cops and the younger guy kept talking shit while his buddy was knocked out on the floor.
Yeah.
I love that confidence.
When someone
Real
comes in,
Chihuahua energy there.
yeah. It's just the guy is just
when someone comes in that drunk, you got like you treat them like they are like it's like George Clooney and fucking Out of Sight, where he's like, I have a gun on me.
Right.
I'm gonna rob this bank, and you have to like work with them a little bit to be like, look, don't set the bomb off in here.
Right.
But if you go outside into the parking lot, you can get drunk out there.
It says in the end, the younger guy got arrested, and the older guy ended up being taken to the hospital in an ambulance. When I left for the night, I noticed that the Ford Escort they arrived in was parked in the middle of the exit, so we had to have their car towed too. So that's how fucked up they were. They just parked in the exit. So
I'm hungry. Burger. With guys like that, I always wonder like how often they get that fucked up. You know,
all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Every day.
Because it only takes like one incident like that to maybe change something, but that's not the first time that's happened.
Absolutely.
Definitely not the first time he hit his head on the ground while drinking.
Fuck no.
I'm dying to see the video of a guy just be like, bring it on.
Over 4 lanes of traffic, burger. No signal. Jesus.
I want the little plastic sword they stick in. Burger.
Burger.
They really stopped doing the sword. That's a bummer, huh? It's always a toothpick. Or
goddamn
like
Joe Biden killed the burger sword.
The curly thing. I hate the little curly stick thing they use. You know what I mean?
Oh,
yeah,
that's
the swizzle stick they put it in the burger. Yeah. It's bullshit. They don't do that.
Yeah.
Or do they? I don't know.
Give me the sword. I want one that's shaped like an AR-15. Actually,
that was at Lauren Boebert's restaurant. They got shut down for health complaints. Real thing, actual thing.
They put AR-15 figurines in the burgers.
Yeah. So before she was jerking dudes off in a in a
Beetlejuice musical.
Yeah.
And again, not before. She's done that many times.
Yeah, I mean,
just the first time she got
always
caught.
and forever.
Yeah. Well,
She's like, I've done this to Hamilton. I've done this to fucking Rent.
And by the way, I'd say
I've done it to the AIDS musical. Cats, all of them. Les Mis. Oh.
And by the way, I do say
I'm queen of Les Mis.
And by the way, I do say right on. You know what I mean? It is funny that it's hypocritical, but it's people piling onto her for that shit. I'm like, yeah, that's cool though.
Yeah, who hasn't given a hand job to Beetlejuice?
It's like when shitheads are like, oh, Melania Trump showed her tits. I'm like, yeah, that's literally the coolest thing she did. Everything else she did sucks. Like, it's more to concentrate on than just salaciousness. But before that happened, before she was in Congress, she owned a Hooters ripoff restaurant called Shooters, where all of the waitresses were scantily clad but had guns on them.
The head trauma man at Islands. That's like his like fantasy is like, man, bullets and babes. And and
Buffett.
It's so sad.
Buffett. Bye-bye.
Damn.
I love a guy just standing up and be like, bring it on, motherfucker.
That kind of broke my brain. That crossing 4 lanes of traffic, drunk driving burger.
Burgies. I'm hungry for burgie.
Jesus. The fucking dangerous world we live in.
Dude, these people are everywhere, man.
America sucks so bad that I can't even make like an ironic joke about an AR-15 toothpick, and they're like, "No, we got that.
Like,
some shithead's been doing that,
and they're in Congress."
Yeah.
Not only that, they're in Congress. This one is from Inside the Box. I was a barback / doorman at the time during the summer at a beach bar in the South. It was a busy Saturday night, and 2 carloads of SEC football players showed up, and they were immediately trouble. They were rowdy and slamming drinks, and you could tell that it was going to end poorly.
Where was this at?
It just says a beach bar in the South.
Another beach place. Burger. This time a whole team of high schoolers. Burger.
Well, it says SEC, so let's see. Florida?
No, I'm saying
Alabama,
Florida State.
or whatever parts touch the water down there.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah. Oh, Tuscaloosa's in the middle of
It
state.
could be
Dude.
somewhere.
I'm from there, dude.
Could be Myrtle Beach, maybe a South Carolina situation. Yeah, so I'm thinking, it's just
Man, that's some Florida State ass bullshit.
I was gonna say,
dude.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume. Well, they're not SEC though.
Oh, they're not?
No, the Florida State, they're ACC.
Fucking idiot!
Come on, man. Yes.
I know I'm a sports nut and all, but
Yeah. Yeah, same.
Also, no one knows that except Rivers.
Well, it's just because they beat us in 2013 for the Natty. But anyway.
Well, they've changed all the conferences now to
That's
where
true.
it's like California's playing Connecticut.
Yeah, that's true. No fucking telling what they are now. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna just assume Gulf Shores. That seems like a central location for all of these.
You wouldn't want to go.
Yeah.
Used to take trips there
And
every
my family
summer.
went every summer.
Every summer.
I was gonna say.
It was something we look forward to.
Yeah.
Destin Gulf Shores, that was like, we hit it up every summer.
Big time, baby.
I was literally there in October of last year. It's great. Still great.
Now, Panama City, you're going to step on a syringe that's filled with...
Get some hepatitis in Panama City.
Step on a syringe that's filled with used condoms in Panama City. But
Go in the water and come back with like a tribal dolphin tattoo magically on your ankle.
No, seriously, talk about a city stepping on a fucking rake over and over. Panama City used to be the preeminent like spring break destination, and then they started actively cutting down on underage drinking, and everyone just went to Gulf Shores.
What?
So Panama City is like chill now.
Oh my god, that's like the first place I ever got drunk, I think, was Panama City.
Right? Hey man. So the SEC players, they show up, they're immediately troubled. They were rowdy and slamming drinks, and you could tell that it was going to end poorly. I get a call on a radio, so that's how big this fucking place is. This is like the bouncer guys got radios, and the call on the radio is just someone screaming gibberish. So I drop what I'm doing and sprint upstairs to the club bar, and as soon as I get through the doors, it just looks like a mosh pit. Probably 30 people fighting. Chairs were getting thrown and smashed over people's backs. So this is the opening
Was this
scene.
the Birmingham brawl? Is that what this is?
Well, no, this is when Patrick Swayze arrives at the Roadhouse. It's that scene.
Yeah, another night at work.
Yeah.
Or whatever he says.
People getting fucking stabbed. Terry Funk is there. He says, bodies were flying everywhere. I ran directly into the fray and immediately see one of my door guys on the floor on his back with a tiny ass girl wrapped around him, and she's just flailing fists into his chest. So I try to separate them, but she's got one arm in a death grip around his neck. So I just grabbed his shoulders and lifted them both up and peeled her off somehow. Meanwhile, there's 5 college football players fucking up everything within arm's reach, and they're big dudes. He says, I keep my distance and start trying to herd them out the door while yelling to another staff member to call the police. And at this point, the bartenders hit the lights and the music cuts, and the bar is now empty except for the fighters and the drunks thinking they could help. And I love the way this sentence starts. This regular that we all hated,
not after that day,
Frank, thought that he was cool and tried to intervene with this big dude that was in hate mode. This guy's an amazing writer.
One guy's going Super Saiyan. There's like levitating droplets of water as he's destroying a bar.
And also, I just love that it's a regular they all hate. So it's like,
and Stinky Frank comes up.
Let him fight. I don't care what happens in this situation.
Do I get a free beer if I stop the fight?
So this dude was easily 6'4" and angry, and Frank came up like, dude, chill. And the football player with one fell swoop flung Frank into a high top and 4 stools. He was like a fucking human bowling ball, took out the tables and all the stools.
No, Frank didn't deserve all that.
No.
He says, meanwhile, I'm breaking up side fights and trying to stop it all and yelling at anyone fighting that the police are on the way. The football players finally get the point, and they all sprint to their cars. As they start their cars, 3 sheriffs pull in. I felt like it took forever, but it was probably only 5 minutes in total. Most of them got arrested, and I never heard a follow-up, but we had a good laugh after watching the video. And then he says, people who remember it still talk about it being the craziest thing they've seen at my bar.
Jesus. Jesus. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen a fight of that magnitude break up.
I definitely never have.
Yeah.
I've seen like a fight with several different people fighting each other, but not 30 or however many he said.
It said it starts off as 30 and then he slowly breaks it up, and then finally it's just like 5 enormous football players just fucking shit up, and I'm like, it's still not better.
No.
This is like that one beer, like put it over the edge, or like turn into full rage mode.
Just going up,
Unstoppable Rhino, like bull that's seen red.
We got 5 Hulks upstairs. They are incredible.
I'm thinking this is Panama City. This sounds like a Club La Vila situation.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing is the fact the little detail in that gave it away that this place is crazy is the fucking radio. The fact that it's big enough and there's a club bar upstairs means that there's probably like 6 bars all smashed into one, and the bouncers have to have a fucking radio communication system.
Is that the one? So I actually did my one and only show I ever did was in Panama City at this place called The Block, and it was a giant complex like that where it was like One room was like the country western dance floor. Then they had like the karaoke room.
This is probably fucking it.
Then
Legitimately?
they had the hip hop dance club, but that was where the comedy show was.
Was that
beforehand.
upstairs?
I think it was all one level, but just really tall. But it was
gotcha.
So if it wasn't, it was like that because it was one of those giant complexes like that.
Yeah, that's probably
Panama City.
And that place makes sense too. So that might be the spot he's talking about, honestly. Well, that is the Bartenders of Reddit. If you've got any bartending stories, tweet at us at The Goods Pod. We have a segment on the show where we talk about our guests' hometown, and today we are joined by Bentonville, Arkansas's own Stef Bright. Let's talk the hometown of the Walton clan.
Yes. So what do you want to know?
Oh my God!
I grew up. I went to school with some of them, and
some of the Walton kids. Wow.
I didn't grow up very religious, but thank God my parents weren't. But in like 7th grade, I decided that I needed more like social capital or whatever, and so I joined a Methodist youth group.
Well, I did the same. I also
getting out there.
I also flirted with Methodism briefly in the late 90s.
And it was the best choice of all of the ones out there. I think much better than the Baptist.
Better than Catholics. I'm here to say.
Well, my trick was I showed up and they had chicken fingers with really good honey mustard. They had 4 N64s and GoldenEye. So we'd show up, eat a bunch of chicken fingers. They had a soda fountain.
Oh, yeah.
And then before the devotional, me and my friends would just leave and just go downtown and just be dicks.
Right.
Yeah.
So skip the church part.
You guys are missing out in Catholic school where we all had to wear the same uniform, and some creepy old guy was like, "What are your sins?" That was a lot of fun. Probably more fun than
like it.
Was that like second period? Was that like a normal thing? Actually,
a couple of days a week, you'd go and be like, "And your sins are."
God, I hate that.
Yeah. And then he got moved to another church because the allegations started coming out for reasons.
Well, thank God he got moved.
Yeah. Thank God he just kept going in another place.
So what was your experience in the youth group there?
Oh, well, I was just so I decided to go with the Methodist youth group in 7th grade because that was where all the popular cool kids were hanging out, including the Walton clan.
Yeah,
the local. So anyway, I mean, I wasn't super close with any of them, but did know them. And the one that was my year, we were in the same class, like middle school and junior high, but then he, I guess, fucked up enough that he got shipped off to military school and didn't see much of him anymore.
Oh, shit. So Bentonville is, for people listening that might not know, is the hometown of Sam Walton and by extension Walmart.
Yeah.
And so the town has essentially like an international private airport because so many companies.
Most expensive, regularly ranked as the most expensive or overpriced in the country, which is super fun.
Yeah.
Because of all the corporate travel, and they can just charge, I guess, whatever the fuck they want.
Right.
Or they'll pay it.
Yeah. So because Walmart has such an outsized influence over a lot of companies, literally CEOs have to fly to Bentonville to, for like discussions of prices and things like that.
So for the longest time, I thought it was a requirement, like an actual program or rule or whatever at Walmart, that if you were a company of a certain size, that you had to have it was required that you have a satellite office in that area. Yeah. But apparently that's not it's not an actual requirement, but all the companies just want to have, choose to everything from like Black & Decker to
Rubbermaid, famously.
Every company ever that of any size basically has a satellite office there in Arkansas to do their Walmart team.
Yeah.
I worked for the Nestle company for a little while. That's the fattest I've ever gotten, was working for the...
Hey, I worked at a grilled cheese sandwich store here, so ditto. Yeah. I get it.
They had, Nestle's like apparently the largest food corporation in the world, and every single product they have is terrible. It's like ice cream, frozen pizza, candy. I mean, nothing healthy, nothing.
Oh, and they're currently buying up as much...
child slavery.
Yes.
Nothing good.
They got
nothing good for you.
They got that going on, and they are currently buying up as much fresh water as they can because they know that
someone enough. The water crisis is coming.
The water crisis is coming, and eventually it's all going to fucking dry up, and Nestle will have private access to all of our water. So that's cool, and the government's just letting them do it. Yeah,
what a country we live in.
Yeah, but no, the outsized influence of the Walton family in Bentonville is amazing, because they have the thing I wanted to mention before we get into the questions is Crystal Bridges, which is Alice Walton, one of the daughters of the Walton family, basically has one of the greatest art museums on the planet in Bentonville, and it's just much like the Getty Museum. It's free. Yeah. And much like the Getty Museum, it's a great tax dodge to have an art trust. And
now, having been to both, I will say it is, a tenth, if even that, the size and prestige of the Getty and all that. But I mean, it's probably, I'm sure it is a tax dodge. It is a nice museum.
Well, that's the thing.
Certainly for Arkansas, too.
Right. In area adjusted terms, there's nothing else like it. But she, I was watching, there's an interview with her for CBS Sunday Morning where they ask her, they're like, so before the museum, was there any art scene at all in Arkansas? And she just goes, non-existent. Absolutely non-existent. And I'm like, fuck you. What do you just mean there's no one ever did art here?
No person has ever picked up a paintbrush.
Not a single person in Northwest Arkansas.
Before they picked up like, what's the point?
Right. Yeah. There's not a world-class museum here. It's like,
where am I going to hang it?
Yeah, exactly.
Who cares?
Like, fuck you, lady. What are you talking about?
Well, and I always, in any discussion of Alice Walton, I always have to bring up the fun fact. She killed a man.
What?
Whoa.
Drunk driving hit and killed a man.
She Vince Neil'd a guy.
And
burger.
She burgered into somebody.
And so that's always like world-class art museum. Also murdered a person. Like, a real yin and yang situation.
Did you get a lot of sense of vehicular manslaughter in these?
I didn't think Alice Walton would have anything in common with Ferris Bueller, but apparently, and Vince Neil for that matter. Mm-hmm. But one of the articles I found, it was Olivia Paschal writing for Dwell, was kind of talking about how, because there is this sort of international conglomerate right here in this sort of unlikely area of the country, basically all of the Waltons' money in terms of what is happening in Bentonville is to make it as aesthetically pleasing as possible.
Yes.
But then not providing any sort of like housing for regular people who come there to work. And not only is it Walmart there, very close by is like Tyson Foods, which is the big chicken plant.
Wow.
And shit like that.
Similar situation.
So there's tons and tons of like lower income and working class people that are in this area, and they're just turning this city into this like beautiful Potemkin village for fucking nobody.
Yeah.
Essentially.
It's like, it's the closest thing to like a modern company town kind of thing is, the Waltons have invested a ton of money into, entertainment and culture options and stuff to try to attract workers from other states. And, because why the fuck does somebody in New York or LA or Chicago want to move to Arkansas?
Right, but it's like specifically white collar workers.
But they want those MBAs, baby.
Yeah. And then, so meanwhile, they have like a green belt, and they advertise themselves as like the mountain biking capital of America and shit like that. And
the brothers that I grew up with are obsessed with mountain biking and have turned it. And when you have billions of dollars, you can do anything. Turn anything into anything. And so they've turned Arkansas into a mountain biking destination, I guess.
Right.
Wow.
And meanwhile, there's like thousands of immigrants from other countries that come to work at Tyson and, at Walmart distribution centers, and they have nowhere to fucking live.
Well, and they got, you're talking about like, right in line with Alice's quote about like there was no art there before her museum.
Right. Before me. I did the art.
The Waltons, their foundation or nonprofit or whatever, they got so much shit a couple years ago for they had this big initiative where they were going to pay $10,000, I think it was, and give a mountain bike to recruit any artists from around the country to move to Arkansas. Because again, there were no artists ever before in Arkansas.
Live there.
No poor artists already in the Ozarks.
I'm going to import culture to this podunk town. Like, fuck off.
Plus, I need a bike.
And a fucking mountain bike,
yeah, give me a car, motherfucker, and then I'll think about it.
And then, let's see, the other thing, the younger generation, the ones around my age, the mountain bikers, they keep trying to push this, I guess because they're embarrassed of the Ozarks and don't like what pops up in people's minds, I guess, when they think of Ozarks or whatever.
Cousin
and
fuckers.
yeah, so exactly.
Or that show.
Fentanyl and Oxycontin.
Even though it's where they're from and where their family has built this empire and all of this money, they're so embarrassed of the Ozarks that they're trying so fucking hard, and it will never stick, but they're trying so hard to rebrand the Ozarks as Oz.
Yes.
OZ.
I saw that.
It's fucking Australia. Like, dude, get the fuck out of here.
Dude, I saw that in that article that...
Meet me in Oz.
Wow.
Yeah,
I was thinking like the prison show on HBO.
But if you think about like the big man behind the curtain, it kind of fits. Like,
right, yeah. Sam Walton's like, who dares bother the all-powerful Walmart?
Yeah, exactly. No, they had in this article, because they were talking about the music festival they've got there now called
it just
Format.
happened, right? I couldn't afford it.
Format?
I think I was out of town, but couldn't afford it anyway.
Format.
Goodness.
It's a bath mat company.
Yeah, Ferment. It's drunks. No, it's burger. It's
now that I'm thinking about it, I do have a friend named Kareem who I've seen get so fucked up that he was just like honey butter chicken.
It's never like water and sleep. It's like chicken tenders.
Taco Bell.
Taco. Burger.
Make pee.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. It's happening.
Shout out to Kareem. I hope you don't get that drunk anymore.
Yeah, sorry.
Probably don't. Last time I talked to you, you seem like you're good.
Good for him.
But yeah, the music festival, it's just
Format.
It's called Format, which stands for somehow for.
Do they at least use the number?
No, it's FORMAT, but then that stands for For Music and Technology.
Oh, so they're trying to do a
They
South
don't
by
really
Southwest or
understand
something.
anagrams.
No.
They didn't teach that at military school.
Yeah. But yeah, in the they have a thing on the website where it says to the community of Oz. And you're like, you just made this up.
Like,
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
But the lineup for the week, because it just happened recently, and the lineup was so funny because it is almost exactly the type of shit that you find in the vinyl section at Walmart, where it's just a random hodgepodge of artists. You're like, who's this for?
Sublime and Brantley Gilbert.
So
What?
this was like the main headliners. Alanis Morissette. All right.
Okay.
Great.
All right.
Okay.
LCD Sound System.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Don't know where the crossover is there,
Wait,
but okay.
did they like reunite to play for
Hey,
that?
if Walmart says jump, you say how high, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang Clan is coming to Bentonville, Arkansas. I did a joke and I actually got a clip on my Instagram. I got a reel
shit.
off of it, but because I almost never do reels, but they somehow, I don't know what sum of money they paid the fucking Wu-Tang Clan to agree to come to Bentonville, Arkansas.
Yeah.
But that's I think it's this month.
Damn.
They're again, when you have billions of dollars, anything is possible.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they're going to have those ODB there and everything.
ODB hologram.
Yeah.
Method Man.
You God has been asked not to attend.
Method Man's like when they're playing for like the president. Then Method Man will show up. And so if it's not, then you're going to get you'll get Raekwon Jizza, the gang.
Yeah.
If it's just you, God, that's at like a casino.
But yeah,
He's not even getting the casinos.
you guys are handing out the what's the thing where they send happy birthday. Bam Margera did one for us.
Cameo.
Yeah. You guys, the cameo department of Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
And his are always on sale.
But yeah, they also got Modest Mouse, Diggable Planets, Leon Bridges. And I'm like, that is perfect Walmart vinyl section where you're just like,
I was gonna
music
say
Mad Libs.
yes,
Yeah,
totally,
absolutely.
totally. Which I do kind of appreciate, as when I used to go to Bonnaroo, half the fun was that it would just be like, yeah, I'm going to go see fucking Public Enemy and then Merle Haggard. Like, that's great. But at the same time, it's just kind of strange.
Gretchen Wilson and Talking Heads performing Remain in Light.
Yeah. But anyway, let's get to these questions. Stef Bright of Bentonville, Arkansas. Question 1. What was the incident?
I was thinking about this. There's a couple. There's the sad one, and then there's the funny one. Kind of a good news, bad news.
All right.
So we can do.
Let's go sad first.
All right. So the sad, bad one. When I was a sophomore, a guy that was in my class that I'd known since elementary school. He shot and killed his father with a crossbow.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's a pretty Arkansas thing to do,
I was about to say,
right?
it's almost pre that. It's like Renaissance fair. Jesus. Who will rid me of this turbulent daddy?
And yeah, I mean, obviously a very long time ago, and I don't know that we ever got the full story, but I think his dad was not a good guy, and it was
Jesus. I mean,
not a great situation. But so that was the sad
bad way to go
womp,
too.
Womp, Debbie Downer. Sorry.
That's like,
but with a crossbow.
I was gonna say it's like dying of the bubonic plague. You just don't think it happens anymore, you know?
Right? Not
Must
on your
have been a bow hunter, bow hunting family.
not on your bingo card.
Can you bow hunt with a crossbow?
Yeah,
Okay.
they make them pretty fucking strong.
Yeah, okay.
They're like stronger than back when they killed humans in wars.
Jesus fuck. Oh
Like
Lord.
Arkansas would have a season for
Yeah,
hitting family members with a crossbow.
we call it the cousin purge. For 24 hours.
One day a year.
You could kill your trifling cousin.
So let's see. Then the other incident was growing up in Arkansas. Kind of people were weird about like sex education, right? Sex
Sure.
ed in school. Alabama boys, you can relate.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the public school I went to in Bentonville, they made 2 failed attempts to give us sex ed. The first one was in 7th grade, and it was you took it either fall or spring semester. I was supposed to take it spring, didn't get to because the lady got so weird and personal and gross in her fall semester class that they just said, nope, no more. And we're just not going to even do it spring semester. So I did not get sex ed 7th grade year, and then they tried again 9th grade year. We had health class and incorporated like a sex ed part into that. But I also did not get to take it 9th grade year because they hired this admittedly like cute young 20-something cheerleader looking type as the health sex ed teacher, and she fucked 3 or 4 football players.
Whoa.
Hell yeah, dude.
And I have to say, good taste. They were the hottest.
I mean,
like,
hey, you know, live demonstration. All right, everybody get in line.
I remember our sex ed teacher. The first thing she would come in, the first thing she said, like, guys, I love sex. Okay, I love it.
Hell yeah,
and that was the funniest thing. And everyone already knew everything about sex at that point. This wasn't like, like
they wait till
middle school. This is like we knew, everyone knew at this point. So it was like basically like I love sex. Then you can get herpes from toilet seats. Like it's basically like all the places you can
and
get.
Here's a
venereal
dental
disease.
dam for the first and only time you'll ever see one in your life.
You will never see this used ever again.
They told us you could use saran wrap if you didn't have one of those.
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
Aluminum foil.
Yeah,
Aluminum foil.
you could take the film at the bottom of the cigarette pack. It works just as good.
It probably feels just as good as rubbing the fucking saran wrap on your pussy could possibly feel. Possibly the best version of that, which is still bad, I assume. I don't know. I've never had it done.
Look, if it's not crinkling, it's not hot. Okay. So, question 2: local legend.
I mean, I guess I'd have to go Alice Walton.
Yeah, we might have just covered
the
it.
yin and yang. Yeah, created a world-class art museum, killed a man.
That's right.
So,
Yeah.
people like to forget that latter half, but
Yeah.
I think it's important context.
Mm-hmm. Question 3, and this ties into what we just talked about. Worst bar.
When I back in my day, it was still a dry county, and there weren't any bars. There were restaurants. I think the restaurants could serve alcohol, but to like go to a liquor store, you had to go to the next county over.
Oh shit! Did you have
so they had like the VFW was like the one of the only bars, and then and I don't know like what loophole or how it was able to operate, but like one of the oldest and it was still one of the sketchiest bars I've ever been in my life. It was called Bentley's, and it was that was the classiest thing about it was the name.
Yeah.
And it was when I say it was inside an old rundown Ramada that was no longer even in operation. I don't think it wasn't like inside like it had any exterior walls like it was on the corner. It was like an inner tomb inside the
like a dead hotel.
Yeah. And like there were no windows. You couldn't see the outside for I mean it was like literally like an inner tomb, and you had to it was this old hotel that was like technically still in operation, but like 90% of it wasn't being rented out. It was a front for something, I'm sure.
Sure.
And yeah, you had to just like walk through this old weird ass rundown hotel to get to Bentley's. This just like big room in the middle of the hotel that, again, no windows, no air filtration of any kind. Everyone's smoking cigarettes, chain smoking. Take 3 years off your life each night you were there, but and then karaoke every night, naturally. So,
sure, yeah. That'll bring him in. Yeah, we used to go to Mercedes, but then a guy crashed his car into it.
I was gonna say I almost got a DUI countless times.
Leaving Bentley's.
Yeah.
That's one of those. The cops are just in the parking lot.
They're just waiting. Yeah, because it's the only one open at like 3 a.m. or whatever. So
Jesus,
gotta go with Bentley's.
Question 4: best local food. And it could be a Sam's Club hot dog. Those are pretty good.
None good local food in Bentonville, Arkansas.
Not even next to the damn chicken plant.
Oh, okay. Tyson, I guess.
They got TV dinners. Those are pretty yummy.
Best local food, raw chicken.
Hey, man.
Shit. We have good, decent Tex-Mex place. I know, like, Little Rock likes to claim that they're the home of, they invented cheese dip or whatever.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah,
everywhere.
They should put that on the fucking license plate.
The people of Little Rock melted cheese for the first time in history.
Arkansas, the natural state, and also we invented cheese dip.
It's like the French dip thing out here. It's like there's no way to really quantify if you did it first or not.
Right.
Also, who cares?
Right. Even more importantly.
Best.
Hey, I do. Yeah. I care. That matters deeply.
History. Yeah, you are a history guy.
The history guy. I need to know where the damn cheese dip came from.
I would try the original one. I'm sure it sucks compared to all the ones we've had now.
Yeah. Times change, Yeah. It's like...
Well said, Rivers.
Times
well
change.
said.
They sure did.
Hey, look, as Heraclitus said, you can't step in the same river twice, baby. Okay? Mm-hmm. And by that, I mean a river of cheese dip. It's always changing.
Man, my mind is thoroughly blown.
Yeah, man.
I guess best local food, I'd have to go with the, I don't know what the price is now, but if it's still like the $1.50 or $2.50 Sam's Club hot dog.
Hot dog, yeah, fuck yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so. I had one of those over Christmas. So my parents were like, hey, we're going to Sam's Club. You want a hot dog? I was like, yeah. Yes,
that was a crossword question the other day. What sells more hot dogs than any baseball game combined? And it was Sam's Club.
Sam's Club, yeah. I bet, man. Yeah.
It's the most American thing ever, a hot dog and shopping.
Yeah. Right?
Together.
I'm tired.
Not just shopping, but shopping for things you can't possibly use. Yeah. I like Cheez-Its. I need 5,000 of them.
Access the store.
Yeah. Question 5. Local ghosts or monsters?
Capitalism,
the specter of capitalism.
Walmart controlling our lives. I can't think of like a Ozarks Bigfoot or something. I don't know if that's a thing.
Monster of Boggy Creek. They made a film about it, which is kind of technically the first like found footage it's like a half documentary that they made called Legend of Boggy Creek. I don't know if that's the same part of the state, but that's Arkansas as well.
Okay.
And it's just Arkansas Bigfoot lives in the swamp.
Fair enough.
But yeah, now I read on one of my all-time favorite websites. It's just classic Web 1.0, and it's still around, and God bless them, theshadowlands.net. I was reading some ghost stories out of Georgia, and supposedly there's a Walmart somewhere in Georgia that Sam Walton haunts, and I'm like, he's not even fucking from there. but the claim was like, he occasionally grabs people. I was like, oh, so that's good. His ghost is out
with
there.
His savings.
When the ghostly fog rolls in, the prices roll back.
The slashing prices, everyday prices.
But I do just love the idea of a ghost going to a different state to sexually harass people. It's like, I don't want to do it in Arkansas,
Yeah, they all know me here.
Right?
But I do got to grab people's junk when they walk through the melon section. Question 6.
Wait. Are we going to move on without talking about what was just tweeted right before this episode?
What's that?
By John Michael Bond.
Oh, about we can talk about that now. I can shout out Stephen Barcelo, the owner.
I don't remember the exact town he was in, but John Michael,
Littleton, North Carolina.
He posts these in Littleton, North Carolina, population 807.
Yeah.
Goes into the Cryptoid Museum.
Cryptoid, come on, show some respect. Cryptozoology and Paranormal Museum.
I don't know. I don't remember it that well.
Here it is.
And I guess they told him that or John told him he lives in L.A. or is a comic or whatever, and they said, "Hey, do you know Rivers Lake?"
What?
So how many times have you been to this place?
Just once, but I had a good long chat with Steven.
Okay.
He's a good dude. We're Facebook friends. I sent him our new stickers, Yeah, man, Steven's a good dude.
So yeah, Rivers has made one friend being Bigfoot.
Rivers makes friends everywhere he goes.
Oh yeah, no, Steven Barcelo. I think I've talked about him on the show. I walked in and he's a Long Island guy, and him and his wife moved to this small town in North Carolina, and he started. It was originally a paranormal museum because the house he lives in is haunted. But then people,
of course it is.
But then people in the area are also, have seen some Bigfoots, including a very scary Bigfoot thing where like somebody's house, they trapped a miniature Bigfoot in a house back in like the 1900s, and then they lit the house on fire, and like a little mini Bigfoot like ran out. So
exactly,
yeah. When I went there,
Miss Mabel never saw her dog again.
That place does sound scary because everyone who lives there is fucking insane and has been for generations.
But no, Steven, he started this museum and wanted to, this is like the coolest shit ever. He wanted to put up some signs on the way into town with basically he has these giant cutouts of like the classic patty shaped Bigfoot. That's the name of the Bigfoot in the Patterson Gimlin footage. But anyway, he has these.
I knew that.
Deep dive.
Come on.
Right? Yeah.
Deep cut.
But he's got these big cutouts of Bigfoots, and he starts putting them up on the road coming into town. And this is like a very small town. There's not that many businesses. And I guess the city commissioner bitched him out about it and was like, you can't just put up these signs. And so he was like, all right, who's in charge of who gets to put signs up? They're like, well, that's the city commissioner. And he's like, all right. So he ran for city commissioner on a Bigfoot platform, and he fucking won. Steven Barcelo rules, and he dreamed so big it scared him.
That's right.
Oh no, Bigfoot.
What was it? My dreams.
I'm not
my
a
ambitions.
Bitch. I'm not a bitch, by the way. You may think that, but it's not true.
No. I don't want to be president. I don't want to be president.
But yeah, no, I should mention he's got a GoFundMe right now. Obviously, COVID is very hard on independent museums all across the country, so you can we'll link to it on our Twitter. You can help save the Cryptozoology and Paranormal Museum in Littleton, North Carolina by going to their GoFundMe. If you got a buck, kick it Steven's way. He's a good dude, great museum, and shout out to John Michael Bond. I
feel bad for him because his house is haunted.
Is he the Canadian guy?
John Michael?
Yeah.
No, he's Chattanooga by way of Atlanta, by way of LA.
Okay.
I bet you know John Michael. He's if you've doing comedy around the South, you certainly would have ran into him at some point. But he's our neighbor here in East Hollywood normally, but he just happens to be traveling across Kakalaki at the moment. So that made my day when I got that tweet. I was like, oh man, hell yeah,
that's really nice.
Yeah, Steven and John, good dudes. Last question: favorite thing that's not there anymore?
Everything, because everything's changed so much since the Waltons decided to gentrify the entire town.
Pave paradise and put up a parking lot.
When was that? When was the rise of Walmart?
The 80s is when it really started taking off, and then the late 90s into the 2000s is when it kind of became like the behemoth that it became.
Like, was there a time like pre-Walmart, Steph, like living there where you're like before it became this huge behemoth?
No, not for me, because I moved there. So we moved there when I was 8 in second grade, and we moved because my dad worked for Walmart.
Oh, gotcha. Of course.
Yeah. That's the main reason that anybody ever moves there. So I did. I mean, yes, of course, that area existed and everything before Walmart, BW or whatever. But
BWM.
I have not known it as such, but it was like a much smaller, quaint kind of town. And like if you wanted, when I was growing up, if you wanted to go shopping or go to somewhere that wasn't fast food, you had to go like 30 miles away to Fayetteville, where the University of Arkansas is, a little bit bigger town.
For sure.
But now it's just as nice, if not nicer, and more stuff to do around all those billions, baby. That'll do it.
Yeah. Money talks. Sure. And I think the original Walmart is still there, right? It's like a museum.
Yeah, it's right on the square. Yeah, it's what's it called? The Walton 5 and Dime.
Yeah.
And but no, like it's I call Walmart, it's kind of like my embassy because I'm just so used to it, and like doing the van life thing now. Nice to use those bathrooms when you can.
Yeah,
but
sure.
Yeah, back in Arkansas, there's literally a Walmart like every single highway exit.
Oh,
like,
I bet.
It's just everywhere. But one example, I guess the the old Bentonville bowling alley has been, I think, torn down or moved, and that was a fun spot to hang out, and just your standard skeezy, dingy, bowling alley or whatever that teens would like to hang out, but they were weirdly like religious or conservative in certain ways, and like there was like drug dealing and sexual acts and the occasional sexual act in the bathroom.
Sure,
as you have at any bowling alley,
say,
right?
Par for
any good bowling alley.
Yeah, par for the course at a bowling alley.
I remember what was it? I think it was like the summer after graduated, but I was still in, obviously still living there before college. Friends tried to go bowling, and it was the middle of summer, and was wearing like a spaghetti strap tank top. And they kicked me out, would not let me in because I was showing too much shoulder.
And meanwhile, there's like guys playing dice in the bathroom.
not even like cleavage. It was like, respectful, could wear to church with a little cardigan.
Sure,
right.
I was showing too much shoulder for the Bentonville bowling alley.
They're vampires.
Like, you whore. You slut.
Exactly.
Get out of here.
They threw stones at me on the way out.
They're vampires. They're like, just don't let me see that neck. Oh, shit. Well, that is a tour of Stef Bright's Bentonville, Arkansas.
Low prices getting better every day. That's gotta make you smile. Always low prices, always Walmart.
Y'all, we have time for just one more segment. What is that? What, that record scratch? What does that mean?
It's time for the Sam of the day.
Whoa.
So I figure, we always read these crazy YouTube comments that are total downers,
Sure. Yes, that's true.
Why not do a segment where we read some really wholesome comments from a popular song of people who aren't crazy? They're just having a good day and a good time and just want to leave a nice little comment.
Well,
I love it. I love it.
I may have found some crazy ones, so I might toss a few in if you don't mind, Sam.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I just,
I love
we need
it.
to prove to people that there is good on YouTube.
Well, this is, of course, Lil Nas X's
Uphill battle.
Old Town Road.
Well, normally we go and we find a bro anthem, and it's like a bunch of drunk people be like, I hate my ex-wife, and like we read it for a good 20 minutes, and I guess this is going to be the opposite of that.
Yes, it is. That is the intention.
I did find a couple of choice gems I might have to ensconce in Sam's cloud of positivity here.
Well, when I first ran this segment by Rivers, he was like, that's going to be hard to do. Because, and he was right, the majority of the comments are either nonsensical, like a sentence that's just a bunch of words that isn't coherent, or they add in, even if they start wholesome, it goes crazy somewhere in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I really did have to dive through some comments. I actually did the video for the long form video.
The Billy Ray Cyrus.
Which only had 600 million views because the billion view video had so many comments. I was like, I need 400 million less opinions on this.
So we're actually pulling from two different pools then, because I looked at the one that's 1.1 billion.
Oh, combined, it has 2 billion views on YouTube out of all the officially uploaded ones.
Yeah.
So there's so many insane comments from just people who have nothing better to do, or a lot of people in Russia seem to like this song.
Oh, yeah. There's and the one I looked at, 220,616 comments on this. So
what song is this?
This is what do you mean? What song is this? This is the sensation of 2019.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the
Oh, geez. Okay. There it is.
Carter, you fucking 80-year-old man.
Well, yeah. Let's now dip down into these comments. Sam, what do we got?
Okay, so some of these are comments on the video, and this is Fiona Hawkins coming to us 2 weeks ago. She says, "I love horses." Very nice thing to say.
I love horses.
Did it get any likes? Did that positivity get spread around?
I forgot to look at that part. Okay. But
that's just another white girl trying to manifest horses.
Well, Fiona,
I need horses.
Fiona loves horses.
I speak and they appear.
That's wholesome comment.
Very nice. Very nice.
User bunch of letters numbers says just made my day. Smiling face with 3 hearts around it emoji.
All right.
What a nice thing, they're just having a good day.
I think our listeners are feeling that positivity.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And they need to. This is Paul Anderson, NZ.
It's P.T. Anderson.
He says, I love this song. That's just a good comment to say he's just having a positive time.
Although it does beg the question, who feels motivated enough to write "Love This Song"?
Yeah,
just good people with a good heart who aren't crazy. They're just trying to have a good day.
Sam, can I throw a little curveball in?
Please do.
Carlos Snyder 645 from 5 months ago. My new Tesla is my horse. It never gives up on me. Something my ex is unable to understand. No wonder Tesla is the best. Elon Musk is a genius and a real man. No wonder my Tesla can beat any old washed up horse. Well, we think of it as recycling because we love our friends and materials. Can't drop the materials. I mean the bitches. Oops, I meant our pets since we all love animals and people and technology. LMFAO.
That's just Elon Musk at 3 a.m.
Yeah, that is one of his tweets.
From everyday normal guy 1 2 3.
See, and stuff like that is why we need these wholesome
Absolutely.
comments.
Right. So you have that, but then Sam, what other kind of comments?
We got Super Mario EQ8IK. 2019 was one of the best years of my life.
This is from 2020, right?
No, it's from a month ago.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah.
One of the best years of my life. I started my junior year. I went to Yellowstone and I joined my high school bowling team. And the game Super Mario Maker 2 came out in the summer. They're just having a good time about their life.
Just wait for 2020, buddy.
I was going to say.
No, they went. This is from a month ago.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He's just reminiscing on the good times of 2019.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, you know what? 2019 was. I remember it being a great
That was
year.
a good year, yeah.
Super Mario Maker.
I mean,
out,
it's kind of fitting that this was, the big song of 2019, because it was just such, such good vibes, and we had no idea what we were heading straight into.
I mean, although Trump was president at that point, right?
Sure, that was bad. But,
that was not great.
Yeah, but, compared to COVID, yeah.
There's a lot of young people who enjoy this song, and proof here from Dorothy Just. Who else remembers the good old days of listening to this song? It came out 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
I was 5 when the song came out, but
Lord.
I'm almost 10 going to 5th grade. So that's good. It's just a nice little kid enjoying a nice little song. They're intelligent enough to comment on YouTube by themselves.
Wow.
That's good. That's a good skill to have.
Oh, can I do one here from
Please do.
Producer Nico 1 year ago? What I saw there, and by this he means the video, what I saw there, a man that can destroy all the rappers in the world. I wanna the old Lil Nas X. The Lil Nas X that makes shit of all rappers. And I was like, nobody, as much as there is to say about Lil Nas X, I don't think anybody was just like, Wrangler on my booty, lean in my bladder was genius. I think it's more just, it's a catchy tune.
I mean,
I don't think he could destroy all rappers, but who knows? Also, this is the mildest version of the thing I saw the most on there, which maybe Sam was going to mention, but that
I wasn't.
You weren't?
No.
There is so many people that are just like, I can't believe what he became.
homophobic shit.
So much of it, you're like,
Turned gay. So many he turned
He
gay.
turned, yeah. Which, to my earlier point about like Melania Trump and Lauren Boebert, I'm like, that's the coolest thing he did. You know what I mean?
He gave a lap dance to Satan.
Yeah,
that was pretty dope.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what a lot of people are mad
that
about.
Montero album was pretty good.
Fuck yeah, it's
He has
good.
some good songs.
Yeah,
that's what I hear.
Panini's good. Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Cow in my car 420. I sing this song for a talent show with 3 other guys in 2023. It was so funny. What a nice little thing to say.
Okay.
Just a nice little wholesome comment.
I'm sitting here. Sam is just tickled pink by these nice comments.
It's surprising.
It's a nice counterbalance.
Yeah.
It really is.
Oh,
it really is.
Negativity and
Here's another one.
Oh, sure.
Another child who seems to like this song. I loved this song since I was 4. Which means this is a 8-year-old
Yep.
commenting on YouTube. Kimberly Herman, 8 years old.
Yeah, like
commenting
child
on YouTube.
Protective Services investigate these toddlers
this
on
is
YouTube.
Absolutely
full-on children that have been raised with their parents being like, here's the iPad, shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah, definitely. And can it the age get lower? Yes, it can.
Oh no,
Monica Lake says this.
I am 3.
This has been my favorite song since I was 2.
Oh sure,
that's the comment.
I mean, are they also like fully QWERTY, like Mavis Beacon, like able to type?
I guess so. I mean, or at least able to use.
I was so proud of
iPad.
myself when I was like got good at typing, and I was just like, if you don't know how to do that, you're completely stupid.
Right. We had a keyboarding class.
Oh hell yeah!
And,
Miss Tolbert. Yep.
We had, I can't remember her last name, but I remember her initials were PMS.
Oh, hell yeah.
Real bitch.
Did she demonstrate that?
Miss Tolbert would make people stand in the corner like the end of Blair Witch Project and shit like that for real. If you got in trouble, you just have to stand and face the corner for the rest of class.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
I think our computer class teacher was pretty chill. She was like, we can play Math Blaster.
Yeah. I got one. This is Indus Sharma from 1 year ago. Today my mind remembered my girlfriend. And then
I wasn't there, but my mind.
And then I searched this song. My mind is like, fuck off.
Playing tricks on you, dude.
Yeah. Yep. Oh boy.
So for everyone's like, I remember being born to this song. There's someone like, sometimes I think about her and I get all angry.
Now there are some.
Internet's a scary place. There's no place for kids.
See a crazy one that said, "See, I never thinking bad thoughts all day." Nice and weak. Yeehaw. That's those are the ones you have to sift through to find somebody just being like, I like this song. That's why you don't realize how insane this is that these comments exist. Here's one from M. Foster. This has to be the all-time best video. Congrats to everyone who made it happen. Great. Very entertaining. What a nice compliment to just leave on YouTube.
Wow.
You don't have to do that.
Just very succinct.
No.
Yeah.
You know, it's why would you be crazy when you could just be like this, you know?
I got one more if you want if y'all want to hear it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Martin Edwards from 4 months ago. Fuck. Am I sorry for getting gripped with my ex-sister-in-law, Vicky? Bless her. I married the wrong sister. You know what I'm saying? No pain, no gain. Train hard, fight easy. Because of that, I fell for her, as well as I boned her. She was 10 times better in life than in the sack. Like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, Old Town Road.
Yeah, what do you got to do?
What was that? Train hard, fight easy?
Yeah. That's also on the can of the
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
That's our motto at the wine bar.
That's one of C-Bum's favorite expressions. Oh, man. We got one nice posse one to take them out on, Sam.
Yeah, let's say Rank Schuler says, just a few days ago, I found this song and I think it's a good song.
Just a few days
What a
ago.
wholesome comment.
Well, how about
they
that?
just want to say they like the song they just found.
It's really just a skip and you step on that one.
I used to be Amish until yesterday when I found the song Old Town Road.
What, you've been living under a fucking rock?
Previously,
On my Rumspringa.
unrevealed to me.
I learned Old Town Road.
Some of these people were 2 years old when this came out, and they're commenting. There was a lot of people who did have profile pictures where you could be like, "Oh, this person's like fucking 12 or younger."
Yeah,
they should not. I thought you couldn't comment on YouTube if you had your age that low.
Hey, you just got to lie to Google, and that's the easiest thing to do.
I remember our family used to block channels.
Oh,
that?
Yeah,
like MTV and shit. Blocked on our TV.
Oh, I thought you meant YouTube channels. Like
no,
they won't let me watch Shelf Club.
This is like once the floodgates are open at that, parents are just like, it beats actual parenting. If you skip across something you're not supposed to see, just don't see it.
We'll have a bad sex ed class for him in 7th grade. It'll be fine.
I love sex, guys. Okay,
I love it. Oh well, that is Lil Nas X with his song "Old Town Road."
a good song to be happy to.
Yeah,
sure.
If you ever are mad, sad, or stressed, just put this song on and you'll be having a great time.
Hell yeah. Better. Well, that's our Sam of the day. Stef Bright, where can people find you on the road and on social media?
I'm going out back again just after Thanksgiving. I'll be doing sort of the Carolinas and Atlanta, that kind of
Stop by the Paranormal Museum.
Okay, yeah, I should. But easiest thing would just be my website, stefbright.com, and that's Stef with an F.
All right.
StefBright.com, and it's got a very, very basic website, but it does have my show calendar on there, so people can find me in all my social media there.
If you keep that updated, you are doing better than 99.9% of comedians with a website. So
I try to.
You've won. Yeah. You fucking won.
Well, and I never thought I'd be doing all these other random menial jobs and tasks trying to do comedy, but web design and marketing and everything else. But I found like if you it's so much easier if you learn to do it yourself, and it's basic, but you can at least update it at a minute's notice versus trying to hound somebody else that you're paying to do it. So
hell yeah. And absolutely go check out Stephanie if she's coming to your town. One of my favorite comedians to watch, and always a joy to run into you on the road out there. And so thank you so much for being on our show. Carter, where can people find you on the internet?
Carter_Glasscock on Instagram, and you can check out my album reviews on New Noise Magazine.
Yeah. Sam, where can people find you?
TikTok and Twitter, Slam Harder, Instagram, Sam Harder 666. Check out my sketches.
Yeah. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, and Threads. I might post on those latter two one day. I'm at Rivers Langley. And in December, if you're going to be anywhere down south, you can come see me. I'm going to be adding a few dates, but right now the ones I can confirm. December 13th, I'm coming to Chattanooga, Tennessee at Naked River Brewing and Barbecue. That show's at 7 p.m. and it's free. So come on out if you live in Chattanooga. December 17th, I'm at Ale Ray's Gastropub in Knoxville, Tennessee. That show starts at 7 p.m. and it's $10. And December 22nd, I am making my return to Low Mill in Huntsville, Alabama, the Epic Comedy Hour with my boys, Scott Eason, Tim Kelly, and more. That show starts at 8 p.m. and it's $10. Come out and see that. That is one of the best.
I might be on that one with you, actually.
Oh, shit, really? Fuck yeah.
Which date was that at?
December 22nd.
I think no. I think I'm on the November one.
Oh shit! So. Well, I mean, we got listeners in North Alabama. Go see Steph in November. Come see me in December. The Epic Comedy Hour, legit one
always
of the best,
a great time.
One of the best fucking comedy shows in the country. Come see me there. And like I said, I'll be adding some more dates here. I'm just waiting for things to get confirmed. But at any rate, that's where you can come see me. You can find our show on Twitter at The Goods Pod. Every episode ever, and new and classic clips dropping all the time. YouTube.com/The Goods Pod. Best way to support the show. Patreon.com/The Goods Pod. Second best way. Head to Apple Podcasts, rate, review, and subscribe. Show the attitude of gratitude, because if you do not have the attitude of gratitude, Daddy, Alice Walton's gonna pave your town over. The Goods from the Woods was recorded and edited by me, Rivers Langley. You can find our show on Twitter at The Goods Pod. Our theme song was composed by Jonas the Space Cowboy.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.